everyone, and welcome to UFC Connected. I'm your host, Megan O'Leary, and here's what's coming up on today's show. Ayman Zahabi and his brother Faraz build a lasting family legacy.
Having my brother as my student made me a better trainer. I have more depth to my training now.
If it wasn't for my brother, I wouldn't even be here. He's the embodiment of a great leader.
Shara Magomedov takes his star power from the octagon to the silver screen.
Мы здесь снимаемся в фильме голливудском. Директор говорит, что я очень подхожу для этой роли. Это моя первая проба, надеюсь, вам понравится.
Baisangur Susurkaev goes from short notice fight to UFC spotlight.
Я получил двоих разных соперников, я до сих пор 100% не могу сказать. Я пришел забрать тут свое.
You want to talk about trying to make an impact quickly? Susurkaev is trying to do that tonight.
Boston Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla sharpens his mindset on the mats.
Martial arts can help train you for the tough situations that you're in coaching. Coming to the mats puts myself in their shoes.
And Zhang Weili reflects on making history with a 42-second UFC championship win.
This is bad for a drive. Zhang Weili makes history.
Rising bantamweight contender Ayman Zahabi has shaped his UFC career under the guidance of his older brother Faraz, one of the most respected coaches in MMA and the mind behind Montreal's iconic Tristar Gym. With one brother inside the octagon and the other behind it, they have built their family legacy fight by fight. We sat down with the Zahabi brothers to uncover the bond and belief that drives their journey.
You talk about hype. In Canada, there's not a bigger hype job going on right now than Ayman Zahabi. Here's a guy with a famous last name in the sport of mixed martial arts.
If it wasn't for my brother, I wouldn't even be here. He's not only a fight coach, but he's the embodiment of a great leader.
He trains at Tristar Gym, and the head trainer is his brother.
Through his guidance, maybe I can go out there and be a champion.
He wants to take the steam from all the big names in the division, and he keeps doing that.
My parents are from Lebanon. When the Civil War broke out in the 70s, my dad had his first son, and my mom was 8 months pregnant with my second oldest brother. They didn't think that growing up in a country that had a civil war going on would be the best for him, so they packed up and they immigrated to Canada. My brother Faraz was born in Canada. At 6 years old, he went to tell my father, he's like, look, I need you to give me a little brother.
My father, he told me, okay, if you have a little brother, you're gonna have to take care of him. I said, of course I'll take care of him. I'll be the best older brother there is.
So then I was born, and Faraz was like Velcro on me. The hierarchy that the Lebanese have, respect for your elders is a big thing. Faraz was an older brother, but also like a second father. And he's always taken care of me ever since I was young. When I was going through high school, he was always looking after me. He made sure I didn't really get into trouble at school. I was 5 foot tall, and I weighed maybe 120 pounds. My father didn't want me to get bullied, so he told my brother to start training me. I started training with Faraz at Tristar Gym since high school.
There's so many adventures and memories we've had. I got into MMA after watching the first UFC. I was really hooked. You had these massive human beings, these gigantic 6 foot plus muscular monsters.
He looks like he's going for the back. There's the tap. There's the tap. The power of jiu-jitsu in action.
And the champion was a small guy. And I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, martial arts is real. After that, I was just obsessed with learning more about that martial art. So I started in the jiu-jitsu program at Tristar Gym. And then over time, they asked me to start teaching. I did at one time want to go pro, but I kept having to help somebody else with their training camp. When GSP came to train with us, I believe it was around 2000. We were the first gym to make it into UFC in Quebec, and he came to train with us because he had heard that we got signed to UFC.
Faraz was the pioneer coaching George St. Pierre. What I mean by that is he helped him with a lot of things in striking. Faraz is the one who taught him how to jab, and Faraz gave him other tools, of course.
George St. Pierre has greatly improved his striking skills.
Now, I am Faraz's muse in the sense that I'm homegrown. Faraz got me from nothing. When I first started training, it was very intimidating. Tristar is like a very competitive place. A lot of the guys were getting ready for fights. Faraz was really the one who really took me under his wing.
My brother's whole life is knowing me as a disciplinarian. Because if I don't discipline him, I feel like the wheels are gonna come off. So I always have to be strict. making sure we stay on the correct path. I think my brother, at first, he didn't like training as much. I think I kind of twisted his arm. But then, eventually, over time, he wanted to do it.
I said, you know what? I train hard and I train with the best guys in the world. Let me take my shot.
Please welcome Ayman Zahabi.
A lot of people didn't want to fight me because I'm Frost's brother. So being an amateur was hard for me. It's not that they were afraid of me. They were afraid of the question mark of what I could be. I had one fight, and I kind of loved it.
In the regional circuit, my brother was finishing everybody in a round or two, and it just took off from there. He was such a fierce and violent competitor. He was winning and doing really well. We wanted to get him fights to build him up, to get the experience he needs for UFC. And eventually, he did it. The UFC signed Ayman Zahabi.
Ayman Zahabi making his UFC debut.
When I first got signed with the UFC, it was cool because I was only 6-0, and I think he had 25 fights.
Hechinaldo Vieira has 8 first-round finishes. Over half of his wins have come in the first round.
When you're in the UFC, you're in the lion's den. These are the best of the best.
Oh, and a left connects, and now a right for Zahabi.
Ayman's punches now, punches, punches, punches. Stay disciplined.
Oh, and a right hand sends Vieira down. Oh! Confidence starting to brew now for Zahabi.
He won his debut in UFC in a very close fight. But I used to always tell him, you know, one day the fights are going to get tough. You're not going to always win.
Whenever we go out to fight, he always tells us the same thing. Doesn't matter whether you win or lose, as long as you gave me your best. And this fight against Ramos, it wasn't my best.
Punches and elbows are flying so fast in there. If they connect, anybody can get put to sleep.
Oh! He got him! Oh, my goodness!
Got stopped for the first time in his career, and I was very concerned with him, of course.
I felt like I was ashamed. I don't know if it was ashamed, but it kind of took a lot of my confidence. And then when I fought my next fight, I fought as a shell of myself.
You got 45 seconds. We're going to take him down.
Zahabi has not been able to get it to the ground.
These fights, for us, they're so important. Every single fight is so important. And it's just such a risky business.
When I lost those 2 fights in a row, the world doubted me. It became like a total underdog, and I was a sham, and it was all this negativity around me. Basically, people thought I would be done.
You wonder, where do we go from here? But I'll tell you one thing. His talent is that he doesn't give up. Of course, I always watched over him, but I didn't want to play favorites. However, I'd do extra hours just to give him a little extra time because, you know, he's my brother.
I had no choice. It was fight or fly. And I decided to fight, and that was the beginning of my winning streak.
Welcome back, Ayman Zahabi.
The reality is he wasn't getting the results that he needed, so I hope he's been working hard in his skill set and coming back as an improved fighter.
Some fighters, as the fight gets tougher, they get tougher. They don't quit.
Oh, big right from Zahabi. Ayman Zahabi returns with a bang.
That's what champions are made of.
That's me. That's me.
And my brother, he has a heart of a lion. Nobody could ever question that.
Zahabi coming in with 2 straight wins, as is Outreachy. Oh! Ayman Zahabi coming up huge at home! Feels like Ayman Zahabi has arrived. Zahabi!
Going from almost losing your job in the UFC to a 5-fight winning streak, it's an overwhelming feeling.
Zahabi is fast, man. He's fast.
And now he's got all the momentum in the world. Oh! I love the deep kicks from Zahabi.
Oh, look at the Zahabi's going.
When Jose Aldo fell to his back and Ayman got on top of him, the crowd was so loud.
When I looked up at George and Frost to get instructions, they were screaming.
St. Pierre calling for elbows.
He was on top of Aldo, raining elbows on him.
Oh, that's a big elbow.
Oh, he cut him.
Having George there and seeing my brother win was very reminiscent of when George beat Matt Serra in Montreal. So in a way, we were reliving those moments, but this time through Ayman. It's really great to see Ayman win so many fights in a row.
Ayman Zahabi, 7 in a row. And what a performance that was.
But for me, I'm focused on getting that next win. Having my brother as my student, I feel that it made me a better trainer. I have more depth to my training now.
That was a good throw by punch.
Here, did you think it was a good idea to get on top?
Yeah, because you get control time, and I was confident you're going to damage him.
Okay. For us, He's not only a fight coach, but he teaches you about life at the same time. I feel like he has a newfound respect for me, that I've made it in the world that he made it in.
Now they're chanting,
Zahabi, Zahabi. It was amazing.
This was just a passion project, and it turned out to be a total career. We love the sport. We're going to be in the sport, I think, for the rest of our lives.
Known for his unmistakable presence, UFC middleweight Shara Bullet Magomedov has now captured the spotlight of Hollywood. Starring in the upcoming film Goldfish, produced by rap heavyweights Hit-Boy and The Alchemist, we go behind the scenes to get an inside look at the rising star's transition from the octagon to the big screen.
The star is rising on this guy, just being a rocket to superstardom. Shara Bullet Magomedov.
He is an explosive athlete that is looking to take your head off with every single thing that he throws.
He's excitement personified every second of the fight.
Shara Bullet Magomedov living up to the hype. You just can't teach charisma. Shara Bullet has charisma.
Remember my name.
A double spinning back fist.
The pirate is here.
Я приехал на берега Лос-Анджелес, чтобы покорить эти земли, захватить эти берега. Мы здесь снимаемся в фильме голливудском, где когда-то, мне кажется, как будто я уже здесь был, играю игру GTA, но теперь я в реальности. И более для меня большая мечта попасть в Лос-Анджелес. И это было моей мечтой, и они вовремя появились на моем пути. Карьера моя стремительно растет, и благодаря моей фанатской поддержке. Каждый день снимаем новый дом с бассейном. Между кадрами можно нырнуть в бассейн, отдохнуть немного, восстановиться. Самое сложное, наверное, в фильмах — это ожидание. Столько работы нужно сделать за один кадр. После первого моего дебютного боя ко мне обратилась кинокомпания. Мои менеджерами просили меня приехать в Лос-Анджелес, сняться на съемках 3-4 дня. Идешь, настраиваешь себя под эту сцену, вживаешься в нее, но передать нужные эмоции в камеру.
So this is Shara in a UPS delivery outfit with an upside-down FedEx box with a Desert Eagle inside. You've never seen a hitman like this before.
Директор говорит, что я очень подхожу для этой роли. Это моя первая проба, надеюсь, вам понравится.
Tokyo Aquarium.
We here on the set of Goldfish. The inspiration came from me and Alchemist making an album together that we're gonna put out with the movie. This is a visual album. It's like everything is gonna work as one piece. We knew we wanted a person with a unique look. He's doing his thing, the UFC and all that, but he just got like a super interesting look. Like people gonna be glued to the screen looking at him in his scenes.
I've been doing music 30 years and we always do music videos. This felt like a crazy progression to make a movie. When we developed the script, there was a role that Shara fit to the T. He was even on a mood board where it was like best case scenario, we could get him. I don't know him. Obviously, we're fans. We were able to contact him. To me, like that pushed this film over the top. I'm a fan of UFC. And the ones that rise to the top, of course, their skill set is there, but there's always something extra to him. For this role, he fitted like perfectly. He is electric on camera.
I'm ready, him.
He's a star.
Вроде бы получилось отыграть как нужно. Не хочу говорить конец. Да, я ожидаю, когда выйдет фильм. I am Shara Bullet. I am born killer.
Some fighters wait years for a UFC shot. Middleweight Baisangur Susurkaev got 2 in just 4 days. With little notice, he stepped in on Dana White's Contender Series. No camp, no complaints. Just a fighter ready to make it count. Before the adrenaline even wore off, the UFC called again for UFC 319, a 4-day turnaround to the big stage. From short notice to the spotlight, we revisit his rapid rise on this premiere edition of My Fight Week.
World's most intense job interview. This is Dana White's Contender Series.
Я получил 2 разных соперников, я до сих пор 100% не могу сказать. Я пришел забрать тут свое. кто у меня соперник, но мне без разницы, кто там будет.
He's taken this opportunity on a relatively short notice. I consider him one of the better prospects on the card. He stalks guys on the feet. He has fought some very tough opponents, but one of the toughest guys he's faced is in the gym, training day in, day out with Khamzat Chimaev. And if that doesn't get you ready for the UFC level, I don't know what will.
Are you ready? You ready? Fight! Susurkaev, he has knockouts in 7 of his 8 pro wins. Lands clean, and it's a walk-off kick to the gut in round 1. Our first big moment of season 9.
And that's the reaction you're looking for from that tape.
That lived up to the hype. Oh, and he took the fight on a week's notice.
By TKO, Baisangur Susurkaev.
You are an absolute killer. Nick's already going to put you in the UFC, like, soon. I haven't been this excited about a guy in a very long time.
Baisangur Susurkaev, welcome to the UFC.
4 days.
Yeah? Oh, not a week, 4 days. Make that clear when you do your interview.
Я готов надо выйти на замену. Если есть возможность, Дэна, я тут. Ты знаешь, кому звонить. I say, Dana, I'm ready, give me fight. I can take 4 days, no problem. Let me make history. Big thanks, Dana. Last 24 hours is very crazy. Dana give me second fight, short notice, 4 days. I'm very happy. We will do it, just watch. Когда работаешь с лучшими, как Хамза сказал, намного лучше чувствуешь. Я работал с самым лучшим будущим чемпионом. Осталось. Так что это очень большая мотивация. Просто будем уходить и крушить дальше. Больше прогноза нет, просто крушить. Well, every Zahabi and Tristar Gym well too. You bet your figure that yeah to Zahabi show from the Shara Bullet Magomedov. Watch her play the hook and after one reaction.
Dateline Chicago, and not since 2019 have we been able to say that. And the buzz has been off the charts in advance of UFC 319.
All right, Baisangur, let's do it.
Baisangur Susurkaev had him all buzzing since the win on Tuesday night's premiere of the Contender Series. Tonight, he debuts against New Jersey's Eric Nolan.
You want to talk about short notice. 4 days? 4 days is pretty crazy. And he took the Contender Series fight on short notice as well.
Remember on Fight Island, Khamzat fought on Saturday, fought the next Saturday. Susurkaev recognized that and goes, I want to follow in those footsteps. You want to talk about trying to make an impact quickly? Susurkaev is trying to do that tonight. Susurkaev just seems so confident. Oh, that was nice.
He hurt him with that.
Oh, body shot by Nolan. Nolan's the one smiling. Oh, another one.
Oh, he grabbed his knee that time. Look at this. Instead of trying to get back up to his feet, he tried to duck under for a leg lock. Bad situation for Nolan.
Could this be the beginning of the end for Susurkaev? There it is, the 10th. And still undefeated Baisangur Susurkaev.
He's special, man. People don't fight 2 times in 6 days. This reminds me of Khamzat a lot.
That was an amazing performance. He showed a lot of poise, a lot of confidence. Even when he got rocked, man, he just came back and was like, you know what? This is nothing for me. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do in the future.
He's just a stud. We talk about these super athletes that just have that mentality. He's here to stay for a long time, and you guys haven't seen anything yet. The 2 fights on short notice. Imagine with a full camp how good Baisangur's going to be. Stay tuned.
Boston Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla blends basketball with combat sports, using Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and MMA for personal growth and to better connect with his players. In this installment of Locked In, we catch up with Mazzulla at Extreme Couture in Las Vegas, where he sharpens his mindset on the mats during the NBA offseason.
There's nothing more fulfilling than a coach-player relationship. The fulfillment that you get from building relationships with different players are really important. And you can really get that in coaching. When I got this job, I'm like, okay, I need to find something that is harder so that I can be prepared for what this job entails. Let's find the best jiu-jitsu instructor in Boston. Martial arts has become a point of teaching and education for me, but it is difficult, right? And I think that plays into the leadership that you're trying to create and the environment that you're trying to create. You're constantly being tested physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You want to have the framework, the foundation, and the environment to be able to pass those, as best you can. I had to start straight from scratch.
Get the shoulder under my armpit.
Not have any expectations to it, and just really continue to learn and get better. It really tested my patience.
Come on, still 5 left. Let's go. Come on, Joe.
And tested my mindset and decision-making.
Breathe in.
There's great themes and concepts within the art that you can take. But I started tying the court into it. What I started to learn is just as much in basketball as it is in MMA. More times than not, it's the simple details executed under duress. It's small risk assessments that you're constantly having to make. Martial arts can help train you for the tough situations that you're in coaching.
You're a head coach. That's your job. You have to deal with everything that goes wrong. So this should be a piece of cake for you.
I watch a lot of submissions. People will see the submission, but they may not see the simple details of how it was executed or how it could have been prevented.
Being on the bottom is something that you don't want to do it. There'll be times in our lives that we are going to be there. Our desire to get out might stop us to take the right action. We want to get out, but we need to plan.
After my first year coaching, I needed to get better at my in-game communication with the players. Linking up with Eric and Danny has been great for me in learning how to navigate the different layers of communication.
I love that guy. Just have someone else from a whole different type of sport that's willing to come in here and learn. So I'm going jab, jab, but this is stepping through. The things we go through and just challenge himself. I'm going jab, jab, boom. I believe it really helps him in his coaching ability. It's cool to see him in here working.
Eric's one of the best cornermen. He sends me his videos of his coaching and I watch his communication.
Good footwork, chop it up.
And I watch how he changes his communication and his tone.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap, 50K, Ige.
Based on his fighter, but also based on the type of fight that's going on.
When he drops back or gets lateral on the cage, hit him to the chest first.
The timing of your communication is so important to your fighter.
Hey, he's coming up top. Nice. Stay on that stick. Stay on it.
I was fascinated by the relationship between coach and fighter. It's almost like a relationship between your coach and the 5 players that are on the floor at the time. One of the reasons why I like to put myself out there in jiu-jitsu or in fighting is because I want to feel what the players feel.
The 2024 Boston Celtics are one of the greatest teams in NBA history.
Coming to the mats puts myself in their shoes. Once I'm with them, I have a better understanding of what they're going through.
There's only one thing you can do when expectations are that high. Meet them.
I'm grateful to be a part of a place where the players allow me to be myself, but they allow me to push them and go after it together.
The Boston Celtics are world champions for the 18th time.
In August of 2019, UFC women's strawweight Zhang Weili made history in Shenzhen, China. She seized her opportunity, defeating Jessica Andrade in just 42 seconds to become the very first Chinese-born UFC champion. Weili reflects on her legendary championship win in My Moment.
我会觉得 UFC 冠军离我非常的遥远，只要通过我们的努力，然后去好好训练，然后坚定自己的目标，我觉得都有可能。对。
Out of Beijing, China, Weili Zhang.
Weili Zhang is a very strong fighter. She really has it all, and she is China's biggest hope for a world championship in the UFC.
On ball, there's a tap.
Wow!
我第一次拿到冠军挑战权的时候，然后 UFC 过了现在要安排一个就是厉害的选手，然后跟你比赛。
She's on a 19-fight win streak. Nobody wants to fight her. We call her. She says, I'll absolutely fight her for the world title in China. That's how badass this fight is.
冠军赛我特别开心，然后可以在中国比赛，因为就觉得梦想一下就马上要实现的那种感觉。对。
Tonight, history will be made. The stage is set for the first athlete from this country to compete for the ultimate prize in mixed martial arts, a UFC title. A question that has been asked about this event tonight: what does it mean for the sport of mixed martial arts?
哇，出场的时候我记得很多人都给我就是加油，然后很。
Zhang Weili makes her 4th walk to the UFC's octagon.
She has a chance to make history here and be the first ever Chinese UFC champion, which will just be absolutely massive for the sport here.
喊的这脖子上这个筋都爆出来了。蔡哥他跟我说，就我们主教练，他说你好好发挥，你要放松，但是你要特别专注，这是他跟我说的话。你好了，你打好了，一波带走。
Jessica Andrade can become the first woman to notch a dozen victories in the UFC. Andrade, the champion, is in the black and golds. Zhang Weili is in the red. We are underway 5 possible rounds here.
就是你的速度比他快，你不能让他先启动，所以要用速度去打。然后包括我上场的时候，他
straight away we see Zhang opening with kicks.
就是我用小鞭腿前刺然后把他给
He's got to move around and use those kicks.
Wow, heavy shot. Fight like this. Wow.
让他来的，其实我要让他来。
And now knees to the body from Zhang. Wow. Elbows up top.
我让他我打完我就往后退，他就肯定是往上冲的。然后如果他打不到你，他会着急，然后这个时候你就是可以去抓他。
This is bad for Andrade. They're heavy knees. This is not
Zhang Weili has her down. Zhang Weili makes history. It is absolute pandemonium in Shenzhen, China. It took less than a minute to win a UFC championship.
那一刻，突然感觉腰上一紧，然后一重，然后我一低头，腰带绑在我腰上了，然后我当时就然后我当时觉得像做梦一样，然后就真的吗？然后就是那种感觉，对，就是梦想成真。然后那个场景其实我幻想了太多次。
我说我会是UFC 的第1个冠军，中国的。今天我做到了。My name is Zhang Weili. I'm from China. Remember me?
我是张伟丽，那是我的时刻。
Well, that wraps up this episode, but we'll see you next time right here on UFC Connected. Thanks so much for watching.